Cool. So we are live, and here's Mike. He's coming back. We'll see if we can get him in here. Come on, Mike. Talk to us. You there?
Hey, sorry guys.
Hey. You still in the bunker?
You'll never believe where I am, and I keep on getting cut out. I might not be able to get back in.
Okay.
I am in the internet.
You're in the internet, all right?
I'm in the world's largest network data center.
Okay.
The Fortune 100, everything's here. They processed $109 billion worth of PayPal transactions. Warner Brothers, Fox. Anyone who's anyone works out of here. So I'm literally in a prison.
Nice. You are.
I've got a security badge and everything. So
you are legit. Are you sure?
Hopefully I don't lose you guys. But I'm here.
Are you sure you're not on like house arrest or something like that, or like being detained, or I don't know. I don't know. Tony,
you're sticking around, but I lost Chris. Are you still seeing Chris?
I still see Chris.
I'm still here, man.
I'm sure.
Still here. Oh my gosh!
I'll let you guys run it, and then I'll just chime in when I can.
Okay, cool.
Chris can type in messages, and people can ask questions. So
yeah.
Well, hello, everyone.
Welcome to today's episode of Coworking Success Live. I'm your host, Chris Estrada. Of course, we got Michael LaRosa over there that is having a couple of technical difficulties. And we also have Miss Tawny Chambers with us today. What's up, Tawny?
What's up?
And we have Splash Coworking over there. What's up? And then Kira Moore. All right, cool. Well, today's episode, we're just going to pretty much talk about we'd like to talk about the news early on, about things that are going on. I have a couple articles that I kind of came across, and feel free to chime in and share your thoughts. And if you have something that you think is really pertinent to coworking news, I'd love for you to share it. One of the things that I'd love to talk about that's somewhat near and dear to my heart is Next Kids. Tony, I'm sure you're familiar with Next Kids.
Oh,
have you heard of
coworking space?
Yeah, Next Kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was run by here. I'm going to put a link to it over here.
Mm-hmm.
It was run by a Diana Rothschild, who was running NextSpace. I guess she did a spin-off of it, and now they launched this co-working space kind of with the childcare element, and It seems like a lot of them can't get it right.
That was kind of hard. I thought about that when building my co-working space for women, and I thought about, well, some of them may need childcare, and I looked into that, and I have to admit it was a little scary.
Yeah.
So, and as I looked at so many companies that were trying it, yes, some weren't getting it right. It was a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I mean, what are the technical hurdles that really come into there? I mean, I can't imagine the amount of red tape that takes place with that.
Well, when you're dealing with children, there has to be. So every state, from what I know, every state and city has their own specific regulations. And, like New York, we have specific regulations and licensing depending on how many children you have, whether it's in a home. And if you have a certain amount of children, it becomes considered a center. You need extra licensing.
Ugh.
It gets really bureaucratic.
I imagine so. And I mean, with the number of entrepreneurs that are growing, this is going to be a continuing need. And
work it out. I don't know.
Yeah. So
I went to, did I go to Next Kids? I think I went to I went to Next Kids in San Francisco, Oakland, one of them. And it was cool. I know that some of the moms said that sometimes they didn't need maybe care for the whole day, but sometimes they just needed a couple of hours, and they need someone to take care of their child so they can get some things done.
Cool.
So
yeah, that's pretty interesting, because I remember meeting Diana last year at Juicy around this time, and she was pretty excited and everything else. Right. And then it's sad to hear that close, but I know there's some other people that are working towards the model. I know Nicole over there at Workplay Dash, she's working on it as well. So it's just a matter of time until somebody cracks it, right?
Right. And Melissa Goldman was working on it as well. She was at Juicy with us as well. So.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that. And this is another article that I came across. It's in Fast Company. And do you read Fast Company, Tony?
I do sometimes. I have to admit, I haven't read it as much probably in the last year. If I come flying out, which is often, and I have a minute to stop by, I might pick it up depending on the cover.
Yeah. Fast Company is usually my go-to airport magazine.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
I'm an ink girl. I like ink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Fast Company. Inc. is a good one too, but yeah, I'm a fan. So this article in particular, it was talking about a space in Berlin, and too bad Mike's not able to join in on us because he's actually been there and talked to this owner. But it was talking about how they will allow you to work from their space is if you write a couple blog posts for them.
Oh.
So it's using their space in exchange for writing content.
Okay. Well, content is king, and it's not always the easiest thing to come by. So I guess it would be a great equivalent for some people.
Yeah.
I still concerned about paying the bills, but
yeah. I mean, that would be interesting. I mean, maybe they pay it off the royalty rights because somebody's writing such a great article and it's just getting shared all over the place. But that was kind of an interesting model for me. I guess it's kind of different than washing the dishes, but if you can't pay your restaurant tab, right?
Right. A lot of places, you can work and exchange for time. I mean, you can you can work and exchange for your membership. Which is cool. So different things all over different things that have to be done. But writing a blog post, I guess, I have to read the article and see if that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess if they're writing the blog post and the blog post is getting traction and bringing light to the co-working space, then it works out because it might, bring in business. It might bring in members.
Yeah, absolutely. Karina, if you have anything in the news that you over there at Splash Coworking, if there's anything in the news that you find interesting with coworking, feel free to chime in and we'll open up a seat for you. But Tani, is there any news that you found fascinating recently with coworking? Besides WeWork and all their jazz that they're up to and their crazy valuations that everybody's still trying to figure out?
Well, hey, I don't know what it is, but they're getting it done and they're getting press based on it, and they are like the go-to for co-working. So they're doing something right? I think the last thing was around them with the co-living that they started in Manhattan. So I'm in New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, but the co-living was very exciting. I know I shared that on my social media pages, and I got a lot of feedback from it and people talking to me. And recently, I just got back from Puerto Rico where I had a mastermind retreat and celebrated my birthday. And
happy 29th birthday. 29th, right?
That's right. And some of the people that attended, some of the women that attended the retreat were talking about this was their first, some of them, it was their first time ever attending a retreat with me. So later on in the year, we'll talk about it later, I have like a Coworkation project coming up. Mike and I are working too. Okay. And they were like, oh yeah, like, cause I really was reading that article that you shared about WeWork and living, and it has my mind going. It's something I'd consider. So, that's been the last thing in coworking that I've seen that's been really interesting. I actually got written up in in two articles. Got quoted in the Brooklyn Reader, but most recently, Scott Stringer, which is our comptroller here in New York City, did a report on it was called the Red Tape Commission. So what New Yorkers, what red tape New Yorkers need to navigate through. And I was invited to attend one of the sessions, and I was quoted talking about co-working and how we need more spaces and more affordable spaces, and the city should be helping us to get space, especially in New York, because you guys know New York real estate is crazy. Like, down there in Georgia,
I mean, you guys are like $1,000 a square foot or something like that.
It's crazy.
It's like, oh yeah, you want an outlet? Oh, you didn't bring your own outlet?
Right,
Sorry.
Exactly. So we were like, I think there's a misconception that freelancers or entrepreneurs want to always, because sometimes we do, work at home in their pajamas. And I was like, that's not true. Like, we want to be out in a community. But for me in Brooklyn, Brooklyn is the biggest borough. There's just not enough places. There's just not enough There's places in certain parts of Brooklyn, but not everywhere. So like we just had a WeWork open up in Dumbo. But Brooklyn has like 4 million, 2 million people on the books, another 2 million off the books. Like, there's not enough places at all in Brooklyn.
Seriously, and that just further kind of enforces my take on co-working is that saturation point. We're nowhere near it.
Nope. I don't believe that.
We're nowhere near it.
I think we just have to get people. The industry has to get more creative. They have to listen to their audience. They have to let go of the old ways. I think that's one of the things that WeWork is doing. They're in tuned and they're doing some of those things. That's what are getting them their members and continuing, people and why they're becoming the go-to for co-working. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're opening up here in Atlanta, I think in May. Wow. Might be like June 1st or something like that. Anytime someone in construction tells me we're going to open in May, I'm like, you mean, let's have 3 months of that. Exactly. Let's be real. That means August. That means August. Anytime somebody says they're going to be opening at doing their grand opening on that date, I usually add 3 months to whatever they say. But they are leasing 100,000 square feet over down in Buckhead. Unreal. It's a beautiful. It's going to. Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
Is it close to
Rome? No. Tech Village?
No, the other co-working space that just opened up last year. It opened up right after Juicy.
Death Cub?
Yes, yeah.
Death Cub? Oh yeah. Well, we'll talk a little about Death Cub in a little bit. We'll talk about a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about Death Cub later. Yeah, that was some recent developments. Pour it out for the homies. The other ones are still doing pretty good, but I guess the Atlanta one wasn't doing so hot, so they decided to close it. But yeah, so I would love to kind of dive in a little bit about your background. Mike's going to try to jump back in with us on here, so we'll see if we can get him. Guys, anybody that's listening in, if you have any questions for Tani or for us or for Mike who's trying to get in, feel free to give us a shout out.
I'm back, Mike? I don't lose you guys.
Well, if not, just come back. Keep coming back in. I mean, that's common on Blab.
Yeah, it's common on Blab. Blab has some issues. It's not perfect.
It is still in beta.
Anything you want?
Beta.
It says beta. It doesn't say perfect, right? Anything you want to chime in before we jump into the co-workation side?
No, I feel like I've been distracted. I'll just jump in whenever. It's all good.
Okay. No worries. So, Tani, I am so stoked. You and I met at Juicy last year. I'm still on the fence about making it to Juicy this year. I have some pretty big projects that I'm working on, and it might mean I need to stay here in Atlanta for the time. But I've enjoyed meeting you so much at Juicy. I love what you're up to, and I know you're up to so many fun things now. So let's talk a little about these Coworkations that you and Mike are potentially collaborating on, what that is, and kind of how can we help support you?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
So Coworkation, I guess it's just what it is. It's giving you the opportunity to, fulfill your wanderlust. So travel the world, go to a location, work from there, immerse yourself in the culture. So it's a little bit more than a vacation. It's really like a truly extended stay. You come in, you're there for long term. You really get to know the place, the location where you are, get to know the culture, and really live there with other like-minded entrepreneurs as well.
Okay. Nice. So where are some of the places that you have done a co-workation? Because your definition of a co-worcation is a lot different than mine. I only like to get away for like a week, and unlike Mike is like a co-work resident or something like that. I mean, he's just gone.
Just call me a co-workaholic. That's it.
You are a co-workaholic. There it is.
Well, the longest co-working vacation I took was in Bali, so I did that for about 2 months. Tani, you just got back. You were doing a little birthday co-workation last week.
Yeah, I was in Puerto Rico for a week, so I had like a mastermind retreat. Yeah, co-working. Yep, out there. So that's cool.
And how different is a co-workation than just a vacation? What's the difference?
I don't know. I think
there's probably not much of a difference, but
yeah, I would say for an entrepreneur, I think that's what is so exciting about co-workations is that I think the question, Chris, should be like, what's the difference for employees versus entrepreneurs, right?
There you go.
So there's a shirt I saw here in Vegas, and it was something like 9 to 5 is like for the week or something or whatever.
Oh.
Like, for those of us out there that are our own bosses or are independent workers, we work even when we're on vacation. You know, Tanya, I don't want to speak for you, but both of you and Chris, I'm sure you've probably been on vacations with either significant others or friends, and they're like, get off the damn phone, right? But I think it speaks to the, there's a group of friends and I, we go to Disney World every year. And this past year, out of this whole group, there's only 2 of us that are independent workers. And one morning, we're on the laptops, we woke up early and everyone's like, get off the computer, we're on vacation.
We had a meeting
and I said,
while you were there, as a matter of fact. We had a meeting while you were there, as a matter of fact.
We did, and they're giving me shit for working. And I was like, guys, I go, like, let's talk about the next trip. And they're like, well, I only have this much vacation because I've got a wedding, I've got this. And I was like, exactly. I was like, I can go wherever the hell I want, whenever the hell I want, and just answer emails for an hour and a half in the morning. And they kind of got it, and Marty and I were like, listen, we're on a beach in Bali, we're working, we're not, so I think it's just, it's reframing the way we view work, just in general. Right. And not working for the weekend. Like Gary Vanderchuck, I'm getting to get more into him, kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit, but he has this phrase that was like, if you're working for the weekend, you're fucked. Like, that's not a good mentality to have.
Right.
So I think that's kind of the difference between vacation and coworkation, right? Coworkation allows you to make the most out of your time and enjoy more by working a little bit.
I think it also becomes, like, for me, it's not like I have this thing, I say, I don't speak in ors, I only speak in ands. So when you think about vacation, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to get off of work and I'm going to go vacation. For me, it is, or I'm gonna work or vacation, right? I can't do both. For me, it's and I'm gonna go out to this location where I'm going to be able to enjoy myself and do things I probably would do, probably more than I would do at a normal vacation. And I'm going to get some work done as well. Or vice versa. I'm going to work from this location, this remote location, and I'm also going to vacation while I'm there, and
I love that. And because it's always like, and I'm sure you guys have this happen to you all the time when you see somebody that is kind of in that corporate world and they're like, hey guys, it's Friday. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I'm like, yeah, it's Friday. It's no different than Tuesday.
Friday includes Friday, TGIF.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, it's Friday. And you know what? Tomorrow's Saturday and I'm going to be grinding in too.
Exactly. So I think it's subtle things like, if the beach is your thing or what you want to be doing right now, you can literally be laid out on the beach with your, with your office, your MacBook, and doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's it. Take a nap, whatever you want to do.
Because I had a vacation a little bit ago, and we were kind of on a remote island over in Cumberland, Georgia, and I was everybody's looking at me like it was the longest I've ever really somewhat unplugged, which was kind of relaxing, and it was also kind of nerve wracking because I'm like you guys. I like to work while I'm on vacation, or at least just to have a little bit of work in the morning. And the fact that I couldn't get anything done, or I couldn't meet a new connection, or I couldn't network with anybody new, I felt like it was somewhat wasted time for me.
I think that's an amazing point, at least for the way that Mike and I, when we talk about designing these co-workations, it's like it's important to have, it's important to curate who's there, who's attending, and what you have. I can say this event that I had, it was perfect synergy. So you had 10 women out in Puerto Rico, and it was perfect synergy. Like, everyone, sometimes some of them showed up different days, but it was just like they were there the whole time. They were there to the end. So that's important. They were able to network with each other, share a lot. And it was almost like they knew each other forever, perfect synergy. And you don't always get perfect synergy. It's okay to have a little disruption, but every now and then. But I think, knowing what you're going for, what you want to establish. One of my goals for 2016, 2017 is to expand my circles, and I have amazing circles, but I do want to expand and diversify them. So I find myself going places different, by myself a little bit more often. And it's important when I go to an event. So if I go to, like Kobo or something like that, I definitely want to know who's going to be there and who's going to be in the room if it's, there'll be synergy, and there'll be connections there. Or if I'll just be working in a corner because there's no,
Absolutely. So you and Mike are working on a pretty cool Coworkation project, right? You guys able to talk about that?
In theory.
In theory, okay. Or can we talk about a Coworkation project that we'd like to kick off? Because I'm game.
Well, I think let's dive into it. You know me, like let's keep on. I can't talk about it right now, but yesterday I formed another company. We found a business partner in Vegas.
Why not? It's April. Right. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Because I was like, I'm not doing anything, right? But no, I think we can talk about, I guess, some of the challenges. Tani and I, great story. I'm in Mexico the day before Thanksgiving. Tani goes, yo, I need to jump on a call with you. There's an opportunity. There's a government looking to kind of develop more diverse vacation packages or try to diversify who they're marketing to. I was like, I'm all in, pause in, jump on the call. Less than a week later, we're on planes going there. I think that for those of you out there that are looking to get into Coworkations, you need to have a little bit of a better idea as to who your target demo is, but you have to really treat it like a travel agent, right? You need to be able to get all these moving pieces together. And anytime you involve multiple stakeholders, there's challenges there, right? And so Tani and I, we talk about this all the time, and I don't want to talk about what we're working on, so I don't want to jinx it, but just if you want to get into Coworkations, you need to understand how the travel industry works, and you need to be prepared to really butt up against some major walls and get some doors closed in your face, because everything that we're speaking right now, all the truth, goes against everything these massive hotel conglomerates know. It goes against everything these tour operators know to be true. And just like the challenges co-working operators have with real estate developers and brokers, we're having the same challenges. But the only caveat is I think you've got a really kind of awesome momentum going on where if you already are involved in a co-working community, these people are doing it naturally. I mean, Michaela from Wolf Works in Singapore, they are a women-focused co-working space. Guess what she just naturally did? She created a retreat week, and it was called the Get Shit Done Week, right? And it was for women who are either single moms or even though they have spouses or partners. And it was like, hey, ladies, let's go somewhere for a week, get our own shit done, take a little time off. And that was just an extension of the co-working space. And so these Coworkations are just really kind of, I think, natural evolution. It's the evolution of thinking about space differently, thinking about work differently, and thinking about living differently.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think that I think what Mike said is 100% about you will come up against obstacles. However, I feel as though the great thing about co-working is that you don't really need them. If they don't want to cooperate, it's like, okay.
It's right, for you
okay.
Anyways.
I mean, there are plenty of, with the age of Airbnb and HomeAway and all these other companies who have homeowners who are like, hey, here's my space. I don't use it. We're not doing anything with it. And developments in, places like in underdeveloped countries, but like, for example, the Caribbean, a lot of things are being developed there. Mm-hmm. It's really relatively, you relatively can go and just do your own thing and, sidestep the bureaucracy, we'll say, that you may come up against. But I think Mike made a valid point. And I think that we know this in co-working. It's like community is very important for us. So this last event that I did in Puerto Rico, I sent it out less than a month. And I was just like, hey, this is what I'm doing. What's up? When I sent the email out to my list, in 15 minutes, I got 23 responses like, I'm in, I want to go, what's up? But I also had at the end of the day, it probably was like 37 applications. Well, 37 who were like, I want it.
Wow.
And it came down to maybe 20 something applications, and we picked about 10 people. So.
Wow. That's great. That's great. Yeah, it'd be cool to start integrating these potential coworkations as a value add for the different spaces.
It's already happening, my friend.
Yeah, there it is. There's that other company. There's that other company right there.
No. So we had there was 8 Coworkation organizers gathered together in Bali after CU Asia a few months ago, and they have already committed to join and form kind of a Coworkation alliance of sorts. And we're actually taking them to London in November for the World Travel Mart, because just with anything else in this industry, we're starting to realize it's power in numbers, right? And so these individual operators were having a really hard time getting in touch with airlines or with, tourism departments. And I said, guys, 1 is a fluke, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a trend. Anything more than that is solid. And so if you guys go and show and have a joint and a unified presence, you're going to take it a lot more seriously. And it's starting to happen. And I think that most definitely, if you take a look at Sabbatical in Puerto Rico, if you take a look at Cobot in Thailand, if you take a look at what Outpost in Bali is trying to do, they're developing these packages as add-ons for spaces to offer their members. It's really exciting. I'm kind of curious. We've got some new folks that are on the Blab, and we've got this open seat right below. So if you want to join, you can just click that. I know I've been doing a lot of talking. I guess I'm just interested. There's a few friends that know, but if there's anyone out there that's got a question about coworkation or about remote working, or say hello, log in, and I guess maybe ask a question or share maybe your experience.
Yeah,
cool
stuff. Well,
Marina. Come on, join.
Yeah. I guess they don't want to jump in just yet. So Tawny, besides the coworkations, what else are you up to in the awesome coworking world?
Still on the fence about my coworking space because of my wanderlust. So
okay.
But again, the great thing is I could set up my coworking anywhere I go, and so that's just what I've been doing. So I've really been focused on my masterminds. By the end of the year, we would have produced 4, and then a coworkation project, at least 1. So that's relatively cool. And then I'll be traveling up and about all over the world.
Nice. I want to do a coworkation mastermind with you.
Sure, let's get it done. Not a problem.
A coworkation mastermind on a cruise ship.
Oh, I don't mind the cruises. I'd be game. I'd put my I put it out there to my network and see what they say, my list and my audience, and see what they say.
I'd be all about it. I love cruises. It's like the only time that I can really ever fully unplug. And there's just so much fun stuff to do. And
pay for the internet package.
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I don't need to pay $1,000 a day for a 5 kilobyte connection, so I can download a cat video.
I have
I'm all set.
From cruise ship. Last summer I did. I periscoped every day. Every
Did
day
you
at midnight
really?
for Midnight Masterminds, I periscoped from cruise ship. I was on Carnival's. What's the name of this boat? It's one of the new huge boats. I was gone for like 7 days. And then they came out with another boat that has like some, they're crazy. The boats are crazy.
That's nuts. Yeah, they're small cities.
Crazy.
they're small cities, and
I think the entertainment is really great. So you don't have to get bored. You just have fun, and then you can definitely set up co-working stations and rooms with the
Can we make this a 2016 initiative or a 2017 initiative? Because I love everything about this.
I don't look at Mike's face. Mike is like,
look at Mike. Mike is like, oh geez, what are you talking about? One more thing I gotta jump into.
No, I'm just thinking, boo, it's already happening. Just sit back and you'll
I love it.
You'll find out soon enough where we're going.
Oh,
in particular, in Southeast Asia. I think we need to most definitely go to Chiang Mai, which is the kind of headquarters for digital nomadism. Great spaces. There's going to be some packages. And if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw, Beta House has actually kicked off a long-term partnership with Copass now.
Okay.
They're doing a couple trips in June around the Greece islands, Mykonos. Christoph, one of the co-founders of Beta House, kind of fell in love with the idea of it at CU Asia, and so Beta House is an official Copass partner now for Copass Camp. So, I mean, Tani's heard this before, Chris has heard this before. I think that there's more potential in tourism, co-working, and Coworkations, more potential for growth than there is for typical city center co-working. Just because you can do it in so many different ways, and there's just so many more places to go.
Yeah, absolutely. That is cool. So, what's the coolest place you've ever co-workationed from, Tani, besides your Puerto Rico trip, or a place that you've remote worked from? Mine in particular was after Juicy. I was hanging out. I think it was in Santa Monica. Either it was Santa Monica or it was Huntington Beach. I was kind of just posted up on the beach with my computer, and all of my friends back home were like, "Can you ever unplug?" But it was so cool.
When I was out at Lake Tahoe snowboarding recently, it was amazing. It was the opposite. It was like we had this little crew right by the fireplace, and we were like, there was always a crew there. So you'd go snowboarding in the morning, come down, drop your gear. And it was sit by the fireplace and work until we had to go in and to the talks. So yeah, I think that was one of the things. But I mean, I actually look forward to a lot of places. So
cool.
So one of them being Mykonos. It's hilarious because the hotel I'm going to book for Mykonos for my birthday next year, it's up on the windows open up on my computer now.
Oh, cool.
But I think Mykonos, another place that I'm very looking forward to is Zanzibar.
Okay, nice.
One on the top of my list is Myanmar, formerly known as Burma. So, yeah. So maybe from the balloons, from the hot air balloons, or maybe on their river cruise. So they.
Okay. I'll get you on the river cruise. Hot air balloon? I don't know about that.
You gotta do it. I think that's a part of also
I don't know how brave I am for that one.
And not necessarily, but depending on your audience, is adventure is definitely one of the things that is a part of when you're setting up your co-workation or the theme of your co-workation and how you want it to be. So,
yeah, that is good.
And I have another one coming up in San Diego this summer. And so that will be definitely water adventure driven. So it'll be surfing, paddleboarding, some things of that nature.
Cool. Oh, I'm all about some paddleboarding and surfing. I am there. Well, cool. Mike, do you have anything you want to add before we kind of wrap it up?
I don't. Not to be a shameless plug, but in about an hour, maybe a little less, we are going to be doing a Facebook Live co-working tour from Switch, which is the world's largest data center. I had no idea that this was outside of where it's literally in Vegas.
Wow.
They have a space called Innovation. Instead of, I asked them why. They're like, well, Nev is Nevada, and then we take the no out of innovation. It's free co-working, free innovation space. They host a lot of their clients that they offer server space to in those offices. And immediately after that, we're doing a co-working live tour of Work in Progress at the Downtown Vegas project.
Oh, nice.
So if you guys are interested in that, go on over to the Coworkaholic Facebook page. We'll, I think, Tani, don't break up with me, but I think I'm taking a little break from Periscope, and I'm going to try to do a little Facebook Live action, diversify it a little bit.
I'm with you. I have taken a break from Periscope too, so no worries.
So I know this is totally off topic, but now there's so few times that we get all of us on together. Are you leaving Periscope for Facebook Live? Are you still doing your live mastermind streams?
I haven't been doing the Midnight Mastermind just personally because I just got to get rest. But I still do my daily spiritual scopes. So,
I see that.
I still do that. Yeah. And in the upcoming weeks, I'll be doing smaller, like maybe 15-minute scopes. And I will give Facebook Live a chance again.
Yeah, we did a Facebook Live tour for the Results Junkies of the downtown project, and let me just say the results were very interesting. I thought it was a different experience from Periscope.
It definitely is. I would like for Facebook Live, I'd like to give people. I don't want to just like Periscope. You just go live and people show up. So for Facebook, I'm going to, I'll be promoting it. I'll be saying, hey, I'm going live this time.
Got it.
More than like with Periscope, people following me, I can just jump on and they jump on.
That's cool. Yeah, I love it. I love your Periscope live things. I see them pop up all the time, and I'm so bad about Periscoping and Facebook. I don't think I've even Facebook Lived yet. Soon enough. Maybe I need doing more. I need to start doing more fun stuff, right?
Yeah, let's just tack more things on that to-do list for you, Chris.
Seriously, yeah, my list is so short. Oh man, well, cool.
I saw we have a couple more people that logged in since the last time I did the pitch. Anyone out there, if you've got a question about what remote work is or what Coworkations are, before we jump off, this is your chance. Click that open seat button right there. I think I'm above it.
You're above it. Yeah, you're above it.
Anyone out there? Don't be shy.
That seat right there. That seat.
Up other way. Point the other way, Tony. Point the other way. Yeah, there you go. And I'll point. There you go.
Loud Radio, Netta, Nick, any of y'all? Okay.
No worries. Oh, well, cool. Well, Tani, let's jump on a quick Skype chat if you're free after this. Would love to catch up for a quick minute if you're free. And but thanks for joining us today. And Mike, safe travels out there on your results junkies tour. And I can't wait to meet up with you out there, man.
Yeah, well, we confirmed Atlanta, so we are coming. We had to move the date where we'll be.
Awesome.
We're doing like a whole Southeast trip in the fall. But yeah, Yeah, so I'm in Vegas for one more week, and then Omaha, Lincoln, Kansas City, St. Louis, Toronto, Kelowna, British Columbia, Vancouver. Yeah, it's gonna be, and that's just through May.
Oh, I'm in New Orleans. I saw that you were in New Orleans. I'm in New Orleans this week.
I was in a po' boy and a hand grenade coma. I went back home to get some clothes, and surprise, surprise, one of my favorite pants didn't fit. I was like, New Orleans again. Too many.
I'll be there this week. I'll be there Monday for the week.
Enjoy. You got to check out. I'll send you a co-working space you got to go to. It was fabulous. All right.
Cool. Well, good stuff. Well, thanks everybody for joining. I'll talk. Hey, let's take a screenshot right quick. Everybody smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Cool. All right, Tony. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Okay. Bye.